Hola bonitas, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review and wear test on the new Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Longwear Foundation. Se ve así. And I'm going to be letting you guys know what my thoughts are on this. This does retail for $36, not cheap. Entonces, a ver cómo nos va. So I am ready to put on this foundation. I already went ahead and did my eye makeup. And I did my moisturizer and sunscreen, and we're gonna be putting this to the test. And here you do get 1 standard ounce. They have several shades. I'm not exactly sure how many, it doesn't tell me how many, but they have a good number of shades, which is definitely really good. I did pick this up in the shade 5N. So 5N is medium with neutral, subtle, peachy undertones. This is a hydrating, instantly smoothing foundation with medium buildable coverage for up to 12 hours of comfortable wear. This is a weightless formula, seamlessly blends into the skin to blur fine lines, pores, and texture. It leaves a soft, cushiony feel with an airbrush satin finish that's not too dewy, not too matte, but the perfect in between. This is vegan, cruelty-free, paraben, and clean. There's also a foundation brush. I didn't pick it up because it's $32. I'm like, no. I'm fine with foundation. Let's just go ahead and get started. Like always, I'm going to be using a brush on one side and a sponge on the other side. This is what the formula looks like. It says here that this is a creamy texture formula. And we are first going to start off with our sponge, the sponge side. It's supposed to give us medium buildable coverage. So let's see how it covers redness on my skin. That's mainly the main thing I always like to cover is the redness. I'm pretty good, and it still looks like really pretty natural skin. So you guys can see the difference. This is with the foundation, this is with no foundation. Clearly it's doing a pretty good job of covering. Also gonna take it on to the forehead. My forehead is pretty evened out, so I don't really have to go in with too much product up here, but I always like to make sure that I apply an even layer of coverage all throughout. I also feel like this color in 5N is a pretty good color for me. I feel like it's matching my neck very well. I also have to say I appreciate how the sponge isn't absorbing too much of the product. I feel like it is doing really good. But it feels very lightweight también. Definitely says it's gonna give you more so of that natural finish, so not too matte, not too dewy, and I definitely do feel like it looks more so like hydrated, nice skin. So you guys can see, look at this difference. With no foundation, with foundation. Okay, so now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to do this side with a brush. I will say I do like this formula. I feel like it gives you creaminess without giving you too much intensity, you know? Be taking a MAC brush. I love this MAC brush. It is the 170S. Good, it looks so good. This much product left, we're gonna use that to cover the nose. I appreciate how nice it's covering the nose because typically for me, my nose tends to have a lot of like dry, patchy areas and just a lot of texture because I do have rosacea on the nose. But I feel like here, the nose area, it's not clinging onto the texture. Like it's staying there, like the coverage is staying really nice and in place on the nose. Okay, so I would say first impressions based on using a brush and a sponge, if you want the coverage faster, I would definitely go in with a brush. I think it'll give you really great coverage. If you want to build it up more so and take your time adding the coverage, go in with a sponge. I feel like with a brush it'll be perfect when you want more coverage. Then with the sponge, it's more good when you want like that light, more natural type of finish. As you guys can see, with the brush, we went in just with 1 layer, 1 pump. With the sponge, we did add a little bit more product because we were trying to build it up, especially around the cheek area where I tend to have my rosacea. But overall, I mean, both sides look very beautiful. They're giving you a very like skin-like hydrated finish. It does not feel heavy on the skin whatsoever. It feels really great. Lightweight on the skin. This is supposed to be a non-comedogenic foundation, so it doesn't clog pores, it won't settle into fine lines or cling onto dry patches, and this is supposed to last for up to 12 hours, and that's what we're really gonna be testing out during this wear test. It just gives such pretty skin-like finish. Like this side has had more time to set, and I definitely do see that natural skin-like finish. It just gives you like a glow from within. This is the side that we just went in with. And I've really been appreciating those foundations that are like the perfect in between. They're not too matte, they're not too dewy, they're like just in the middle. They make your skin look like skin. I think that's something that's very essential for us right now, is finding a foundation that will cover what it needs to cover without looking super heavy and thick. Like nobody really wants that super heavy and thick look, but they do want the coverage. And I feel like as somebody who does have things they like to cover, like my rosacea, I appreciate the coverage this gives me. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back, but I can give you guys my first initial thoughts, and then we can begin this wear test, porque eso is what really matters. How this wears, is this gonna live up to those up to 12 hours of wear, and how is it gonna look at the end of the day? Because I do have oily skin. I have some dryness, but I do have oily skin overall, and I want to see if this is gonna get super dewy en la piel. So keep watching because you will not want to miss this. Okay, bonitas, ya regresé. I finished this entire face of makeup. I will have all the details down below in my description box so you guys can check out these items, porque we have some good stuff on the face. And you guys always ask me the eyes. It's always Makeup by Morphe Ethereal Eyes Palette. I'm so happy that, I think it's permanent now because he brought it back, so espero que sí. But I'm also just drinking my tecito. I'm in my tea era. I am opting out of, like, not coffee, but like caffeine, because I have been drinking, I've had like 1 or 2 decaf lattes, but I've been opting out of the caffeine because I was becoming really addicted and I just want to take a break. I'm just in my tea era and it's perfect porque hace mucho frío here in Maryland, so I need a good little tecito. So if you guys have any favorite tea recommendations you have, let me know. Okay, let's get into this wear test. So we have here the Kylie Cosmetics foundation in Miss Kylie. Esto me está gustando. So this is what it looks like once it's set with everything. I did go ahead and do my cream bronzers. The only thing I didn't do, and it's because I'm going to go out and purchase them and review them, is blush. And that's because I'm trying out those new milk jelly blushes. I think they have it in a nearby Sephora. Entonces, I'm gonna go running over there today to see if I can find them and do a review and wear test for my short form content, and then I'll do one for long form as well. So that's why I don't have any blush right now, because I'm like, I'm gonna need that for that moment. But this is what the skin looks like. I did not set the foundation. The only area I set per usual is the under eyes because I do crease, but everywhere else I just left it alone. Pero I have to say I like how it looks. I feel like it gives me a really healthy glow radiance from within. It's not dewy, and also I appreciate that it's not sticky. I do not like when a foundation is sticky or I feel like it's going to come off, because I just have really oily skin, so I want something that's really going to stay in place. So this is definitely giving me the staying in place results, y eso me está gustando. I think overall, first impressions, it's looking really good. It works really well with my cream bronzer. It's just laying really nice on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy or thick, nada de eso. It just feels really, really good. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is wear this for the entire day. Right now it is 9:37 en la mañana, como pueden ver. I will do a natural lighting clip so you guys can see cómo se ve esto, how it looks with a natural light. But sí me está gustando, and I really like this color. I feel like the color is really good. So let's begin this wear test. Okay, bonitas, I am back. Right now it is 10:16 p.m. en la noche, and we worn the Kylie Cosmetics foundation todo el día. Pero let me just say, I completely forgot to do the natural lighting check-in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the natural lighting check-in from my short form video that I did for Instagram Reels and TikTok. Y ya saben, I had to give you the in natural lighting, luz natural. Nos vemos así. Se ve muy bien, ¿verdad? Miren cómo se ve de bien. Look how good this looks. This is what we have going on right here. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how it did for the entire day. We've worn it for many, many hours now, and I feel like it's still really nice and in place. And I also like the fact that it's not too dewy. So I have to say, for me, I really, really like it. I feel like it's a very beautiful foundation. You can also build it up for like an evening night out, but I just really feel like for an everyday foundation that's gonna give you really pretty natural skin-like finish, I think this is fantastic. Because I feel like with some foundations, like they'll look really nice in the beginning of the day, but then I feel like at the end of the day, they look so oily and dewy this, it just looks really healthy and very pretty. I would definitely recommend this if you are in the hunt for a new foundation or you have been eyeing the new Kylie Cosmetics foundation. I think you will absolutely love this. I think it's a very, very beautiful look for the skin. If you've been eyeing this, I would say definitely give it a go. I think this works for all different types of skin, whether you have dry skin or oily skin. I think it'll work well for you. For me, with somebody that has oily skin but does have some dry patches right now because of the season, I feel like it's just all looking really nice. So let me know down in the comment section if you've tried this foundation, if you're planning to try it, if you haven't tried it, what are your thoughts on it? Let's start a conversation. I love interacting con ustedes, so let me know. But if you guys enjoyed watching my review and wear test, give this video a big thumbs up. Let's continue doing these type of videos para ustedes. And I think that's pretty much it. So I am going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adiós, bonitas.